to this edition of Mikey's Saturday Nightmares. I hope everyone had a great and festive Thanksgiving and enjoyed all the fixings and enjoyed time with friends and family. Now, on today's episode, we're going to talk about a movie that came out on March 13th of 1987. I don't remember when it was that I actually spotted this film and got the chance to watch it. But I remember it nonetheless. It's one of my faves. And it was a film that was directed by Kevin Tenney. Now, we've had Kevin Tenney on the channel before, and he's directed such films as Witch Trap from 1989, Night of the Demons from 1988, one of my faves. And he also directed a little film called The Cellar from 1988. And The Cellar was a very good film. It was low budget, of course, for that time period. But it was a good movie. I enjoyed that film. It had, I think it was Patrick Kilpatrick that played in that film. So it was a good film. It was a good film. And the movie we're going to talk about today is called Witchboard. Now, this film was about the Ouija board. And it, if I'm not mistaken, right around the time it came out, there was kind of like a resurgence into the Ouija board game. So it came out pretty much at a good time in 1987. So this film stars Todd Allen, who plays the character of Jim, and he's also played in such films as Collateral Damage from 2002, and that was the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He also played in The Django Unchained from 2012 with Jamie Foxx. And he also played in the film Silverado from 1985. All right, and the film also stars the very hot and very sexy Tawny Katane.
Sex? Yes, please.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
And she plays the character of Linda. And she's also played in such films as Bachelor Party from 1984. She also played in the film Instant Justice from 1986 with Michael Perry. And she also played in a film called After Midnight from 2014. And the film also stars Stephen Nichols, who plays the character of Brandon. And he also played in House from 1985. He played in a film called Deep Cover in 1997. And he also played in the comedy Soap Dish from 1991 with Sally Field. Okay, the film was made on an estimated budget of $2 million. The total gross worldwide was $7,369,373. Not too bad, but not that good either. But, I mean, they made right around a little over $5 million, extra out of the film because it cost them $2 million to make it. So they come out about $5 million ahead on that one. The plot for this film is, when his girlfriend becomes dangerously obsessed with a ghost she contacted using a Ouija board, Jim reluctantly joins forces with her ex, his own estranged childhood best friend, to identify and exorcise the evil spirit. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the trailer for Witchboard. Roll it.
Imagine playing a game.
David, are you here?
Imagine making contact. Imagine making contact with something not very friendly.
When she reaches this stage, the spirit changes. And once that's done, she's able to possess her.
Malfader is here.
Now, it's not a game. Something's playing for real. Something deadly serious.
All right, that was a trailer for Witchboard. This is one of those films that proves that you don't have to spend a whole lot of money or have a big budget to make to produce a good film. Excuse me. This film is so spot on with its suspense that you would think it had a huge budget and was produced by a major Hollywood studio. Witchboard pays very close attention to detail and manages to treat the camera like it is its best friend. What I mean by that is the camera angles from behind the actors. Well, not only from behind the actors, but beside, above, and everywhere around the actors. It gives the illusion that someone or something is lurking about. The film is more concerned with atmosphere than blood and guts. And, blood, guts, and gore, but there's nothing wrong with that. I like films that have a lot of, gore, a lot of blood and guts and gore, but it doesn't always have to have a lot of blood, guts, and gore to be a good horror film. The filming techniques can be equally, if not more, scary than the blood and the gore. We've seen it so many times in so many films from back in the 80s. A lot of them go for the gore fest, but a lot of them don't. And that, when they don't do a lot of the blood and gore, I think it kind of falls on the script, how well the script is, how well the direction is, and how well the camera angles and everything works. The lighting, all that. The music in the film is creepy and gives off that strong feeling of dread. The characters in the film feel like real people with real history with each other. This is truly stylish, well directed, well written, and well acted horror film. That is hard to find nowadays, with a few exceptions. I feel like the film truly needs a re-release so that a new generation of horror fans can appreciate this film. Now, when the film came out, it took a while before it got a Blu-ray version. I think Scream Factory put out a Blu-ray edition of it. I would love to see this film come out on 4K. It may already be on 4K. I'm not for sure on that, but if it hasn't, I would love to see it come out on 4K. All right, so we're going to get into the notes for this film. And look up a little bit of trivia on it. All right, so here we go. The house used in this film was also used in the film Waxworks from 1988 and the movie Willard from 1971. That's pretty cool. Tawny Katane made this movie, and when she did the Whitesnake video, oh, let's try that again. Tawny Katane made this movie and then did the Whitesnake music video while the movie was in post-production. Both the movie and the video released around the same time, and the video not only made her famous, it also helped drive sales for Witchboard. So that's pretty cool. She did the movie first and then jumped in and did the music video, and they both released at the same time. And her performance in the Whitesnake video, oh, dude, she was incredible in that. And it helped boost not only her credibility as an actress and a performer, but it also helped with sales for the film. So that's cool. Todd Allen was cast as Jim because Tenney felt Allen was the one that was true to the role and character. He was a good actor in that film. He did really well with that character. Of course, if you watch the film, there is some backstory to him. He was raised in a bad family. His mom and dad were alcoholics, and he was spiraling towards that way, it seemed like in the film. And he played the character very, very well. Very, very well. Both Tawny Katane and Stephen Nichols later went on to appear on the daytime soap opera Santa Barbara. Now, my mom watched Santa Barbara. She watched Days of Our Lives. She watched As the World Turns. She watched a lot of those. And I had to watch those with her unless I was outside or somewhere else. But when I was home, it was whatever she watched. So, yeah, I've seen him on that a few times. The cast and crew had a fair share of some eerie occurrences on set. From bumping into things that weren't there, things being moved that no one around could have done during the time frame, even hearing whispering and talking. Roy H. Wagner especially felt a strong presence at the staircase where someone was walking behind him. See, now that's creepy. That is creepy. Now, you don't know whether to really believe that or not, because a lot of times, I would say, production crews and film crews, they do that kind of thing to help boost the ambiance of the film to make it, more terrifying or whatever, and just try to boost the credibility of the film. But, yeah, I kind of believe that one. I mean, that's kind of creepy. Kathleen Wilhite, I think is how you say her name, was the first actress to audition for the role of Zarabeth, a friend of Brandon's character in the film. Zarabeth was the medium that they brought in to try to exorcise and get rid of the spirit, David, that was trying to possess Linda in the film. Zarabeth is a wild character, played to the T by Kathleen. She did a great job playing that character, because Zarabeth was the kind of character that was kind of out there, kind of strange to other people, but she played it very well. Very, very well. Tawny Katane was dating O.J. Simpson at the time of filming this movie. I don't know if I would really want to put that out there or not, but hey, it is what it is. Tawny Katane felt nervous being nude in front of the cast and crew for the shower scene. To help make her feel more at ease, all the crew except for the director and second camera loader assistant were kicked off set once effects were set up and ready to shoot the scene. The scene was shot several different times from several different angles. Okay. Well, I mean, sometimes there's a lot of actresses out there that do not like to do nude scenes, and they will actually pass a role up if it requires them to do that, and the director's not willing to cut that scene out or work around making them comfortable. It's nice to know that Tenney didn't have a problem with working around that as much as he could, and all that. So he seems like he's a cool guy. Cool guy. Kenny Rhodes, who plays the character of Mike, kept the bandana that he wore in this film. Now, I went back and watched this film last night on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube, by the way. And Kenny Rhodes, when his character was on film, I did not see the bandana. I mean, it might have just been my old man eyes, but I didn't see him wearing a bandana unless he wore it somewhere else other than around his head. You know, I mean, the style back in the 80s was around your leg or around your ankles. Some people wore them around their ankles. So, I mean, I may not have just caught it in the scene, but it's cool that he got to keep something from the film. And lastly, Tenney wrote the script while a student at the University of Southern California. Tenney researched Ouija boards and learned about progressive entrapment, which was added into the script along with experiences close friends and others had with Ouija boards. He believed the viewers would resonate from this being based in fact, despite its fictitious. Yeah, when you research a movie, you want it to be as close to factual as you can get. In my opinion, that's the best way to do it. I'm glad Tenney did that. A lot of directors don't, but a lot of them do. And it makes it more plausible. It makes it more realistic if you actually research what you're putting in that film and make it look, factual, make it look real. Very, very interesting set of notes on this film. Like I said, it's a great film from 1987. It's one of my favorites from back in that era. I've got a lot of favorites, as you may realize, but I've seen this film several times. I mean, I couldn't count how many times I've seen this film. I haven't seen it as much as I've watched Roadhouse, though, but it's up there. It's up there. It's definitely worth a first watch and a second watch, maybe even a 20,000th watch. I mean, but it is a good film. It's a great little way to pass by time. And it's got a good story, a good plot to it. It's like I said, well written, well acted, well directed, and everything. It's a great film, a really great film. So I hope you decide to check this film out if you haven't already. And we're going to end the video here. I will be back with you guys on Wednesday for Classic Movie Buffet Theater, and I got another good one lined up for that. And then I will see you again next Saturday for another episode of Mikey's Saturday Nightmares. So until then, have a good week, folks. Be safe. Take care. Bye-bye.